is I'm from Mariba, and I've been in Mariba for the last 20 years. Originally, I'm from Brisbane, and I've come to Mariba via territory from Darwin. I spent my formative years in Brisbane in the western suburbs, a lot like Kuranda, green and leafy, with a formidable commute to get to the city and all the services of the city on offer. So I'm here on shaky ground because I'm usually a tourist in Kuranda. I'm on much firmer footing when I'm addressing groups that I speak to as a professional, like grower groups. I work for myself, LW Crop Services, as a consultant scientist, horticulturalist. Before that, I was working for the DPI, and very often I've been presenting results of research projects to an interested grower group and the public. And previous to that, I've worked as a lecturer for Northern Territory University, talking about integrated pest management and getting TAFE students their degrees as well. So I'm mainly here as a tourist to listen and to get your input and to learn what you want, because what I've been hearing so far, and I think Shaquille really nailed an excellent speech, and she had my vote anyway, but it really is about community consultation. What I've been hearing, be louder?
Yes.
What I've been hearing so far from the community is that you feel forgotten. And according to my research, you are. Cairns established Kuranda as a bit of a picnic area, supplied you with the hydro scheme, the railway, and now you're part of Mariba, right on the edge, like a cousin. So I really see my vision of Kuranda for maybe the next 10 years is kind of keeping that beautiful charm that Kuranda already has. It's clean, it's green. When you come up here as a tourist, you just go, oh, how lovely, soothing, and peaceful it is. But some of the issues facing the Kurandaites, a lot of whom are the people that came up in the 60s and 70s that are now aging, an aging population, and it's not mixing all that well with some of the youth crime issues, where your town has really not grown a great deal from the 80s when I started visiting, compared to other towns like Mariba. Your town's grown from 2,000 to 3,000 people. And I would love to see it kept like a little tiny jewel in the rainforest. Some of the most obvious issues for my 10-year plan would be things like, how about a footpath down to the Barron viewing point, and just a few issues about when you arrive in Kuranda, it doesn't say ta-da. You're sort of thinking, is this Kuranda? Am I in the right place? And one of the things you suffer from is the tourists are based in Cairns. There's no backpackers. I don't know if you want one. I think that would be open for community consultation. But the tourists are all told to spend 2 or 3 hours in Kuranda, but that's sufficient to see everything. So their dollars are based in Cairns, and they're not being spent up here. As a resident, you've got a little town that shuts its shop windows in the afternoon, and there's very little services for families. Someone wants to eat out. Your police station shuts down. It's very much a little village. Now you are in close proximity to Cairns, so whether the community sees that as an issue, that you'd like all those services much closer, and whether you'd like to develop along the lines of having accommodation for the aging population. That would mean, a bit of development, probably vertically, because I really can't see too much spreading out in the rainforest. Once you remove a tree, the others fall down, and that's something that we would have to consider very carefully, what people see as being the way forward with Kuranda. It's spread out. It's nothing like Mariba. It doesn't get probably its fair share of attention. In the long term, I can see that in 50 years' time, issues facing people in Kuranda will be access to Cairns and greater facilities. And obviously that's a main roads issue, but we'll be looking at better access to Cairns, because I can't see Mariba ever holding the same appeal of Cairns when you want to go to a big hospital or you want to do a big shop at Bunnings and things like that. So I think the appeal for me of being a councillor, and I've done a complete backflip here, I've built my entire business just on word of mouth. This is the first time that my phone number, email, address is publicly available for anyone to tell me what they would like presented for them in council, what their voice would be in council. Is the appeal really of learning, the knowledge that there is here, and what I would bring to that is the critical scientist's eye that I have as a biochemist, as an entomologist. I'm used to understanding great deals of information and trying to find a way forward with a practical economic solution. And I've built my business on integrity, entirely through word of mouth. So I really see the role of counsellor as being just as impartial and a really stimulating way of trying to help more people. So thank you.
Thank you.